There was a lovely question about the two cars, and we were giving their velocity graphs, velocity versus t, I should say, acceleration graphs basically, and asked to be ranking the speeds for car 1 being the pinky one, so it's this one, and we're ranking speeds, so just the rate of motion, plus or minus doesn't really matter. The greatest one, we're supposed to go from largest to smallest. So the largest would be E and the 0, but at 0 we don't have any letters. So it was moving backwards and now this is moving forwards. So what happened is it slowed down and then sped up. E is going to be the largest. Then we have the next one is A. E, A, I'm thinking D after that, then B, and C is 0. So that's your ranking. Then the speed of car 1 relative to car 2, right here, they're moving in the opposite direction. This is moving forward, that is moving backward. So the largest would be A because they're moving in the opposite directions. Then it would be B, then it would be C because that's your relative velocity right here because this one is at rest. And then D because they're both now moving with the same directions. Basically, you're looking as if it were a number line and you're looking at the difference between those two values. And at E, they have the same velocity. They're not at the same place, mind you. They are at the same velocity. And then we need to rank the distance between the two of them. So the distance traveled by the cars would be the area under the graph. So now let me shade in the first one. By the time they are at time A, that is the distance between them. Because we have the positive displacement for car 2 and negative displacement for car 1. Then by B, we have even a greater area. Again, car 1 is moving in the opposite direction. So the distance between them is this whole area. Then when we get to C, that's by C. So by C, we have like two triangles. So far, C is the largest. So A is the smallest, then B, then C. And then at D, see what happens. At D, I'm going to concentrate on the displacement for car 1. So it had the negative displacement up to C, like so. And then by D, it got the opposite displacement. It would only come to this much because it reversed and traveled back. These two triangles right here are equal. They're congruent, these two. So whatever it traveled in the opposite direction, now it came back. So we only have this trapezoid that I have in blue. However, at the same time, what did the second car do? The second car traveled all of this. So this is still larger than A, B, or C. So D is greatest. And then by the time E happens, look what happened. And then by the time E happens, the displacement for car 1 is 0. This area and that area are identical. It basically came to the starting point. And by the time it came to the starting point, car 2 traveled all of this distance, which is by far the largest now. So when they're asking you to rank the displacements, largest to smallest, you start E, D, C, B, A. That's how you solve this question.